Have you ever woken up at night feeling like someone or something was watching you? What if it wasn't your imagination? What if the grime you ignore hides a visitor you'd never wish to meet? In a small Japanese town nestled between rolling hills, Aya, a young woman, lived in an old house left to her by her grandmother. The house was charming but weathered, its wooden floors creaking underfoot, and its bathroom perpetually damp, despite Aya's best efforts. It's just an old house, she told herself, even as the tiles grew grimy no matter how often she scrubbed. One evening, after a long day at work, Aya came home exhausted. She tossed her bag on the counter and ignored the faint smell of mildew wafting from the bathroom. "I'll clean tomorrow," she muttered, collapsing into bed. That night, a strange sound stirred her from sleep. A wet, slurping noise echoed faintly through the house. Aya sat up, her heart racing. Maybe it's just a leaky faucet, she thought. Reassuring herself, she turned over and fell back asleep. The next morning, the bathroom mirror was foggy despite no one having used hot water. Oddly, the grime on the tiles seemed different, cleaner in some places, like someone or something had wiped it away with a damp cloth. Shaking off the unease, Aya promised to scrub the bathroom later that evening. As the days passed, the slurping noises returned nightly, growing louder each time. Aya, skeptical of ghost stories, set up her phone to record the bathroom while she slept. She laughed nervously at herself. It's probably just the pipes. The following morning, she eagerly played back the footage, expecting to hear nothing. But what she saw made her blood run cold. A shadowy figure, grotesquely hunched, slithered into the bathroom. Its elongated tongue glistened as it licked the filth from the walls and tiles. Its limbs were spindly, its movements unnaturally slow and deliberate. And then, for a brief moment it paused, tilting its head as if it sensed the camera. Aya froze. The creature's face turned toward the lens, revealing hollow, glowing eyes that seemed to stare directly into her soul. Dropping the phone, she bolted from the house, spending the rest of the day at her friend's place. Her friend Junko tried to reassure her. "It's just an old legend, Aya. The Akaname isn't dangerous. It only comes when bathrooms are dirty. Just clean it, and it won't return." That night, armed with cleaning supplies, Aya scrubbed every corner of the bathroom until her hands were raw. She felt ridiculous but desperate for peace of mind. Satisfied, she left the bathroom spotless and went to bed, finally feeling a sense of relief. But relief was fleeting. At 3 a.m., the slurping noise returned, louder than ever. Aya's heart pounded as she crept toward the bathroom door, clutching a flashlight. She hesitated, debating whether to open it. Summoning courage, she threw the door open and found nothing. The bathroom was pristine. As she sighed in relief, she noticed something on the mirror, streaks of moisture forming words. Her breath hitched as she read, "Cleanliness doesn't erase my hunger." The flashlight flickered, and Aya felt a presence behind her. Slowly, she turned. The Akaname stood there, taller than before, its tongue hovering inches from her face. It whispered in a guttural voice, "You've made my feast tasteless." The next morning, Aya was gone. The villagers whispered about her disappearance, but the house remained empty, its bathroom immaculate. Some say that when you ignore the grime, the Akaname only takes the filth, but if you deny it entirely, it takes something more precious. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, take one last look at your bathroom. Is it spotless, or have you left something for the whispering visitor?